Hello everyone, welcome to GS Core. Today we'll be discussing current affairs through MCQs and topic of discussion is environment and ecology. First question is, which of the following statements are correct regarding CITES? Right, so what is CITES? CITES is Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species. Right, so this convention is trying to ensure that international trade in various species of plants and animals do not threaten their survival, right? And this is important because Wildlife Protection Act 1972 is getting amended in the context of CITES. To ensure that CITES is implemented in India in a proper manner, we are amending Wildlife Protection Act 1972, right? Let us consider the statements first. It is an international agreement between the governments to ensure that international trade in the specimen of wild animals and plants do not threaten their survival. This statement is a correct statement because that is what is the aim of CITES program. Second, CITES is legally binding but not self-executing. This statement is also an important statement and it is correct statement. CITES, yes, it is legally binding, but for its execution, we need some law, right? And that's why it is not self-executing. There is a need of specific domestic measures in order to implement CITES in its member countries, right? And that's why second statement is also a correct statement regarding CITES. So answer of this question is both 1 and 2. Next question now. Basel Convention recently adopted a BASELban amendment, right? So it is BASELban amendment. BASELban amendment is related to which of the following, right? So first of all, Basel Convention, you must be aware, Basel Convention on the control of transboundary movements of hazardous wastes and their disposal, which is primarily known as Basel Convention, was designed to ensure that there is reduction in the movement of hazardous waste between different countries, and it is primarily important for reduction in the transfer of hazardous waste to developing countries, right? From developed countries to developing countries, that particular hazardous waste is not transported. For that, Basel Convention is important. Fine. So Basel Convention led to, or Basel Convention was amended, and that amendment is called as BASELban amendment. And this BASELban amendment bans movement of hazardous waste. It bans the movement of hazardous waste from OECD to non-OECD countries. That is what is the aim of BASELban amendment. Answer of this question is 4. Answer of question is D. Next question now. Question number 3. Which among the following organization released the World Air Quality Report 2021? So this report is released by IQ Air and Greenpeace. IQ Air and Greenpeace comes with World Air Quality Report, and this World Air Quality Report highlights the polluted cities that are there across the globe. And often when we get information about the polluted cities in India, we refer to this particular report only, World Air Quality Report 2021, published by IQ Air, which is also called as IQ Air, Air Visual and Greenpeace. Fine. Answer of this question is B. Next question now. Recently, the Army commissioned a continuous ambient air quality monitoring system, CAAQMS, at Fort William Military Station, Kolkata. Which of the following are the features of CAAQMS? Right. So this is an important initiative for understanding the air pollution in a particular city. So let us consider the statements first. it will measure air and water pollution on a real-time basis. This statement is an incorrect statement. It is only for air, not for water pollution. And this is even visible in the name. Name is Continuous Ambient Air Quality Monitoring Station, and that's why first statement is an incorrect statement. Second, it will display solar radiation, barometric pressure, and rain gauge. This statement is a correct statement. Along with certain important pollutants that it monitors, it also takes into account certain meteorological factors like solar radiation, barometric pressure, and rain gauge. Third, it cannot be used by any international weather monitoring body. So this is not correct. It can be used, as it is giving us the picture about air pollutants present in a particular region. It can be used for international weather monitoring, right? So third statement, that's why, is incorrect. So this CAAQMS, it monitors pollutants like SO2, NO, NO2, then NH3, that means methane, CO, carbon monoxide, ozone, volatile organic compounds, and PM 2.5 and PM10. These pollutants are monitored by CAAQMS. Fine. So second statement is only correct statement, and that's why answer of this question is B, 2 only. Next question now. Consider the following statements regarding Indian vulture. First, the IUCN Red Data Book has listed vulture as critically endangered, right? So it has listed Indian vulture critically endangered, which is a correct statement. Indian vulture is listed as critically endangered. Second, the major reason behind the vulture population getting nearly wiped out was the drug diclofenac found in the carcasses of cattle the vultures feed on, right? So this is the well-known reason for the decline in the population of vultures, the use of diclofenac, a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, which is used in the veterinary treatment. So the strains of diclofenac are also there in the carcass of cattle, and if a vulture feeds on that dead body of cattle, then it leads to kidney failure in vultures, leading to their death. So that was one of the major reasons for the fall in the population of Indian vultures. Third, vultures are native to India only. So Indian vultures are not native to India only. They are also there in Pakistan and Nepal along with India, right? So third statement is an incorrect statement, and that's why answer of this question is A, 1 and 2 only. Next question. Which of the following statements regarding climate and clean air coalition CCAC are correct? So first statement is, it is an organization committed to improving air quality and protecting the climate by reducing super pollutants, right? So this statement is a correct statement, because CCAC is a voluntary partnership of governments, international organizations, etc., and it works for the reduction of short-lived climate pollutants. It works for the reduction in the concentration of short-lived climate pollutants, right? And these short-lived climate pollutants are also called as super pollutants. And that's why first statement is a correct statement. By reducing their amount, it is trying to improve air quality. First statement is correct. Second, its activities are financed through a multi-donor trust, which is administered through UN Environment Program, right? So this statement is also a correct statement. In order to fund these activities of CCAC, there is a multi-donor trust fund, right? And that fund is called as the Climate and Clean Air Trust Fund, which was established in 2012. It is administered by UNEP. Second statement is also a correct statement. Third, India joined the Climate and Clean Air Coalition CCAC and became 65th party in the partnership, right? So this is also a correct statement. India joined CCAC and it became the 65th country to be a partner of CCAC, right? All these statements are correct regarding CCAC, and that's why answer of this question is D, 1, 2, and 3. Next question now. Extinction Rebellion recently seen in news is related to which of the following? So, Extinction Rebellion is an international movement that uses non-violent civil disobedience to halt mass extinction and minimize the risk of social collapse, right? So, it focuses on use of non-violent civil disobedience movement to halt mass extinction and minimize social unrest, social collapse, which may occur because of that. And that's why answer of this question is A. Extinction Rebellion was launched in United Kingdoms in 2018, and more than 130 Extinction Rebellion groups are there across United Kingdoms and also across the world. Fine. So answer of this question is A. It was formed in 2018. Next question is, consider the following statements with reference to Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure, CDRI. So first statement, CDRI will have its secretariat in New Delhi, right? So this statement is a correct statement. CDRI has its secretariat in New Delhi. Second, it is an initiative of UNFCCC launched during COP23. This statement is an incorrect statement. CDRI is initiative of India. It is an initiative of India, and it was launched by the Prime Minister of India at the UN Climate Action Summit. UN Climate Action Summit 2019, right? So second statement is incorrect. Third, the US is one of the founding members of CDRI, right? So this statement is also a correct statement. The US is one of the founding members of CDRI. So first and third statements are correct. Answer of this question is B, 1 and 3 only. Next, consider the following statements regarding Colombo Declaration. So Colombo Declaration is the declaration endorsed by United Nations that plans to ensure that there is sustainable nitrogen management called as nitrogen for life, right? So in order to manage levels of nitrogen, this particular initiative was launched. Let us consider the statements first. It aims to halve nitrogen waste by 2030, right? So this is one of the important goals of Colombo Declaration. Its aim is to halve nitrogen waste by 2030. First is correct. Second, the declaration endorses United Nations plans for a campaign on sustainable nitrogen management called Nitrogen for Life, right? So the declaration endorses United Nations plan for nitrogen for life. Second statement is also a correct statement. Both these statements are correct regarding Colombo Declaration, and that's why answer of this question is C, both 1 and 2 only. Next is with reference to Green Wall of India. Consider the following statements. First, it is significant because expansion of deserts like Thar can threaten the greenery of India, right? So this statement is a correct statement because the Green Wall of India is a significant intervention wherein we'll be able to ensure that the Thar desert's expansion can be halted, which may be a threat to greenery of India, right? So which may be a threat to greenery of India. So first statement is a correct statement. Second, the green corridor will act as a barrier against dust coming in from desert, right? So this is also an important objective of Green Wall India initiative, wherein it will act as a barrier for dust which may be coming from desert areas to the plain areas, and those plain areas are greenery of India. Third statement, it was proposed by Government of India at COP14 of the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification, UNCCD, in India. Right. So this statement is an incorrect statement because the Green Wall of India is an idea proposed by an environmental activist called as Vijay Pal Baghel. Vijay Pal Baghel has proposed this idea, and it is not the idea proposed by Government of India at COP 14 of UNCCD. Third statement is incorrect. First two are correct. Answer is A, 1 and 2 only. Right. So that is about these questions related to environment. If you want to attempt these questions, you can scan this QR code, or you can even visit the link given in the description box. Thank you for now. See you in the next class. Thank you.